That's rock and roll history. People ought to know.
That's right.
Where the
people do that. But let's not tell them, Whoopi.
You don't want to tell them? I think you could tell them. The people who watch this show could appreciate it. We'll get it. We'll work ourselves up into it. I'll do one first, and then we'll see what you do. Sammy, you've been around. You have been around a long time. You were saying since 75.
Oh, since 72.
72.
In Montrose, yeah. I'm really lucky. I don't know, how come I can still be around, because I think joining Van Halen was probably a big deal for that. You know, that really helped my longevity, because I was a solo artist for 10 years before then. The problem with being a solo artist is when you're over, then it's like, you're over.
Yeah.
You can be in a band, and the band can be over, and then you can go be a solo artist, you know?
Right, but what do you do?
Well, you go in the back door like I did. You be a solo artist first, and before you're over, you join a band. I don't know. But it wasn't a conscious thing, that's for sure. I wish I were that clever. If I was that smart,
It's an amazing thing. I mean, because, usually you have to sort of be dead to have longevity in rock and roll, it seems to me. I mean, there are certainly lots of guys that are still alive, like Mick Jagger, but, you think of Jimi Hendrix, whose story you want to do,
Only because I'm colorblind as well.
Well, that's the way it should be. You should be doing Jimi Hendrix's story, But it is something special. There is something special about you. Is it the fact that you absolutely adore what you're doing? What is it?
I don't know. I don't love it all the time. I don't think there's anything that's special about me. But I don't know. I do like what I'm doing. But, I mean, it gets old like anything else. It's like when you're out there on tour, about 6 months into a tour, you're going, oh, man, this thing's never going to end. Get me off this tour. I'd rather be in the studio. I'd rather be anywhere than here, and then the tour ends, and you're going, gee, I wish I was back out on tour. Then you're in the studio, and you're griping because it's not, it's all work. It's hard work, and it's all relative to other people's work, like so.
Yeah.
Making a movie looks like fun when you watch the movie, and sometimes it can practically kill you, I guess.
Yeah. But do you get out there on the stage and think, I cannot sing this song one more time?
Oh, no. We don't. I would never put myself in that position. We don't. See, we go out on stage, and the second any one of us is sick of a song, it's out of here.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's the worst thing. I've never even been in that position. I don't plan on being in that position. That's horrible. That's when you have those one big hit, and then you got to always do it.
Yeah.
Well, Van Halen's never really had very many hits, since I've been in the band. Oh, no, it's like we sell albums. We very seldom have top 10 hits. On this last album, we didn't even release a single till about the album was a year old. Then we finally released Top of the World.
Right.
Before that, we didn't even release singles. We just released a video. And the radio played whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
And that's neat, so that you don't ever have to go out and do that one.
That's right.
Forever.
That's right. Now, it's pretty amazing, you getting into Van Halen, because they had this other sort of singer person before you.
Yeah, they had a guy in the band.
That guy with the thing. Was trying to get fans to understand that you were a different person. Did that take a very long time? No,
not at all. Same thing. It's like, he quit the band. It wasn't like, I came in and replaced him. It wasn't any weird thing. He quit the band, and they were just sitting around doing nothing. And I just came off a tour, and they called me up. Eddie called me up from our Ferrari mechanic Claudio's house, his shop. And anyway, I came down, and it was like that. We were what we were. We didn't try to be the old band. We didn't try to do anything. We said, let's see what we can write, and Eddie and I wrote songs, and that's what it was, and it's what it is, and went out and toured, and my fans came, and the Van Halen fans came, and some people left, and new people came, and it's like, the band just carried on, and it is what it is now.
Yeah.
And it has been. This is what's crazy. It's been almost 8 years. And some bands don't even stay together that long.
No, they don't.
I joined this band over 7 years ago. It's like
really?
Yeah.
Whew.
85.
Now, what's funny is that as I was asking that question, they put his name because they thought I couldn't remember his name. Of course, I remembered his name. I just wasn't going to say it.
I don't remember it though.
Who, the man's name?
Yeah. Can I see it?
Yeah, will you put up that other guy?
No, I'm not into that at all.
No.
I'm really
He's not there. You're here. So we're talking about you, darling. But listen, so it's a very, who is this? Somebody new. Let me get my voice back. Oh, here I am.
I didn't get that.
I just channeled for a second.
Well, come on.
I don't know. It just happens to me.
Send me some, will you?
I will, baby.
I bet it does happen to you.
Now, you weren't really destined to be a rock and roller. You were sort of going into the boxing game. What was it really?
Oh, my father was a boxer, and I love boxing.
Yeah.
I go to every fight I can go to, you know, and it's such a brutal sport. But, you know, a good fight is just, you know, I don't watch football, I don't watch basketball, baseball. I don't like sports. And but boxing I really do like.
Yeah.
And I was raised like a fighter. You know, pictures of me with the baby, you know, with boxing gloves on and stuff, you know. I just was really into it, and I thought my dad had me convinced I was going to be champion of the world. You know, that was it. Say, here's my son, he's going to be champion of the world. Hey, boy, you know, I'm going goo goo gaga. And next thing I know, I was boxing, kid gloves and everything,
right.
and amateur, and I didn't have any professional experience. I fought my whole life. So I went to the Main Street Gymnasium, where a lot of fighters came out of L.A. with my father. When I turned 16, got my driver's license, went down to the gym, started training to have a fight, went and lied about my age to the commission, said I was 18, filled out the papers, and changed my mind.
What changed your mind?
My mom said, I'll kick you out of the house if you do it.
Really? Really?
I had nowhere to go. Well, that was part of it. But to be honest with you, just seeing some of the fighters, some of the older fighters that were trainers there in the place, you know, and who had been ex-fighters, and they didn't have, I mean, they didn't have anything. They'd just been beat up. But, you know, it's changed a lot now. They've stopped fights earlier nowadays, but, you know, seeing the old-timers like my father was and stuff, and it didn't look real appealing, you know. Yeah.
Was he a little upset that
my father?
Yeah.
No, by then he was so far gone as an alcoholic. He was really a bum in the streets. And when I got my driver's license, I went and found him. And, you know, I'd seen him all the time, but we'd just bump into each other. My parents had been divorced since I was 7, or about 9 when they finally got divorced. But they were separated since I was real little. So I you know, went and got him, and he started training me. You know, I sobered him up for 2 days or whatever, and we went down and did it. And it was kind of like my shot for him to say, hey, Pop, you know, I'm going to do it for you. Yeah. And then I thought, no, I ain't, you know. Yeah. But he wasn't really upset. He didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah. Well, what segued you into music?
I don't know. Well, Mick Jagger. I saw the Rolling Stones, the first American concert, and I just thought, man, I'm going to just be that then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, really, he's one of my main influences. And when we just won that MTV Music Award, and he presented it to us, man, I was so excited. I didn't even care about the award for shaking Mick's hand, because I'd never met the man after all these years, you know.
You've never met Mick Jagger?
And he really was my first hero. And I still look up to him. You know, I'm 45 here, you know, and I'm going, he's one of the only guys older than me in the business. So I'm going, well, if Mick can still do it, well, I can still do it. You know, it kind of gives you that incentive to stay in shape and keep yourself fit. And,
well, you're looking good.
I feel great.
Yeah.
I do. I feel great.
Now, isn't it cool? I mean, I get that, like, thing when I meet somebody whose work has done something to me. Does it happen to you a lot when you meet people you've wanted to meet?
I'm intimidated, and sometimes I get too excited, and then I embarrass myself, you know, say, hey, man, you know, and they're like, hey, you know. I mean, some people just aren't excited about things, you know. Yeah. And I'm like a little kid, you know. I get excited pretty easy.
And it's a good thing to have.
I think it's great.
Yeah. People sort of come down on you a bit.
Well, sometimes you overamp. People think you're overamp and say, relax, relax, you know. Like my girlfriend's always saying, easy, Simba, you know.
Easy, Simba?
Yeah, Simba.
Does she have that little thing that...
Yeah.
We're going to come back and talk about that thing with Sammy Hagar. Simba, woof.
Oh, you crack me up.